Welcome to Ezy2learn. Today, we will learn how to customize Windows 10 installation disk with WinReducer software. WinReducer is a tool which allows us to customize and remove features and apps to reduce our personal Windows 10 installation disk. And by doing so, you will experience a much faster operating system. In this tutorial, we need to have Windows 10 ISO file and WinReducer software. If you don't have Windows 10 ISO file, search my channel for Download Windows 10 ISO without Media Creation Tool. Let's get started. I will be using Google Chrome. In the search area, I will type WinReducer. It should bring up WinReducer download link from winreducer.net website. Scroll down until you see Continue to website. Click on Software. Here, different versions of WinReducer for Windows 7, for Windows 8, for Windows 8.1, for Windows 10. Click EX100. My ISO file is 64-bit, so I will click on 64-bit version. I will save the file to my desktop. Right-click on the file and choose Extract here. Double-click WinReducer exe file. Then, click on No. Ignore the error message and click OK. As this is the first time we are running the software, we will need to click on Software Installation. I will check all softwares on the top row. Then, click Download. Download has been completed. Click OK. Then click No. Click Start to start the program, then choose ISO. Windows 10 ISO file is saved on my desktop, so I will need to locate the file. I will choose Windows 10 Professional x64. Then, click Mount. Now, WinReducer is extracting the ISO file to its folder. This is the main software interface. At the top is the navigation buttons to access and customize different areas in Windows. Under Presets tab, you can choose what do you want to protect during Windows resizing general process. For example, if you are planning to install Microsoft Office or use Microsoft Online account via Windows 10, then you must change the status of Protect Microsoft Office and Online account to On status, as this will prevent WinReducer to remove the required files for Microsoft Office or Microsoft Online account. Same applies to Windows features. Windows Media Center, Windows Media Player, Windows Search, Windows Update, and so on. Here, you can just use the automatic removing process function and test the results yourself. Under Appearance tab, you may add themes and do cursor tweaks. Under Features tab, you can remove, disable, or enable some Windows features. You need to be careful here, as some programs might not run if you remove or disable a needed feature for the program. Under Remove a tab, we have option to remove so many things. I can check Remove Accessories, and this will remove all accessories listed below. I can also uncheck what I need to keep from the list, like Anytime Upgrade, Notepad, Windows Mail, and so on. Same applies here. With Control Panel, I can mark which shortcuts I need to remove from Windows Control Panel. Here, I can remove some of Windows integrated drivers that I don't need. From the fonts list, I can remove useless fonts that I will never use. Same applies to keyboards. I can remove keyboards that I will never use. I can do the same with languages, by marking languages that I don't need. Same applies with Windows applications. For example, I can remove Skype and Windows Maps. Here in Multimedia, I can remove Codec that I don't need. And so on with everything else. Under Services tab, you can remove, disable, or enable some Windows services. If you are not sure what to remove, you can choose from a ready customized removable list. If I choose Black Viper settings, it will remove and change some service to start manually when a certain program requires the needed service. As we can see, that some services has been disabled, some set to start manually, and other set to start automatically. You need to be careful here, as some programs might not run if you remove or disable the needed services for that program. Under System tab, you can add drivers to be installed automatically. Under Unattended tab, you can activate unattended options. You can set administrator password to save time during installation if you are planning on installing Windows on multiple computers. You can activate auto login, user account name. Turn off password expiration. Accept EULA. Also, we can set computer name and other things to save time during installation. Under Finish tab, we can optimize our Windows installation disk. Under Optimizations tab, turn on Clean Boot WIM to remove all selected Windows components from Windows installation disk that we've selected earlier. Turn on Delete Unneeded Files and delete unneeded additions from Windows and from boot disk. I will leave Net Framework as it is. Under Windows tab, turn on Unneeded Files Cleanup and Deep Cleanup. You can set the removing speed according to your needs. Here, we don't need to change anything else. Before we click Apply, I need to go to Start tab to save my current settings. So, I can use those settings later on, without doing this hard work again. Click Save to save current settings that can be used later on. I will save my settings to my desktop, under Name, Reducer Settings 1. Settings has been saved successfully on my desktop. I can click on Load to load up any saved settings for future Windows 10 customization. It says here, this will erase my previous settings. Click OK. Here I will choose my saved settings that I have saved earlier. Then, it will show me some warnings about Windows components that I have selected earlier to remove in my saved settings file. Verify the information, then click OK to proceed. Now, my saved settings has been loaded successfully. Before proceeding, I will quickly check these settings. Everything looks good, as I have saved earlier. Now, I will go back to the Finish tab. Click Apply to save changes to Windows files. Click Yes. WinReducer should take between 15 minutes to 1 hour to complete the operation, depending on your computer speed and Windows components that you have selected to remove. If this is your first time to customize operating system, it is highly recommended to save any work and back up your PC before using the new operating system. This will allow you to test drive your new operating system for a few days and then decide if you can use it as main operating system or you need to do some changes again to meet your requirements. WinReducer just completed the operation and it gave us two options to save the new ISO file. We should choose to save it as ISO file and not WIM file. I will save the file to my desktop. And just give the new ISO file a new label name. Under Boot Compatibility, choose BIOS and UEFI. Then click Save. Then click Yes to continue. It should take between 5 to 15 minutes to complete the operation, depending on your computer speed. Congratulations, your new customized ISO has been created successfully. Click OK to close the program. WinReducer won't shut down until it deletes all the temporary files. Here is my new ISO file, saved on my desktop. Now, you can create Windows 10 Bootable USB Flash Drive to install Windows 10 on your PC. I have full tutorial on how to create Bootable USB Flash Drive. Just search my channel for Create Windows 10 Bootable USB Flash Drive. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below.